It was a cold January morning in 2008. The frost clung to the windows and a thin layer of ice covered the runway at Beijing Capital International Airport. The air was crisp, and the breath of the early morning travelers formed small clouds as they hurried through the terminal. At Beijing Capital International Airport, British Airways Flight 38, a Boeing 777, stood ready for its long journey to London Heathrow. The aircraft, a marvel of modern engineering, gleamed under the airport lights as ground crew busily prepared it for departure. Baggage was loaded, fuel tanks were topped off, and the final checks were meticulously carried out. The date was January 17th, and 136 souls were about to embark on a journey that would forever be etched in aviation history. Among them were families returning from holidays, business travelers with important meetings, and individuals simply eager to get home. Each passenger carried their own story, their own reasons for being on that flight. The passengers, a mix of holidaymakers, business travelers, and returning residents, settled into their seats, unaware of the drama that awaited them. Some chatted excitedly about their plans, while others quietly read books or listened to music. The cabin crew moved efficiently through the aisles, assisting with luggage and ensuring everyone was comfortable. The flight crew, led by Captain Peter Burkill, a veteran pilot with years of experience, completed their pre-flight checks. Captain Burkill, known for his calm demeanor and expertise, was confident in the aircraft and his team. The cockpit was a hive of activity as the crew went through their routines, each step bringing them closer to takeoff. First Officer John Coward and Senior First Officer David Hayhoe, equally skilled and experienced, joined Captain Burkill in the cockpit. The three men had flown together many times before, and their camaraderie and mutual respect were evident. They discussed the flight plan, weather conditions, and any potential challenges they might face during the journey. With a familiar roar, the massive engines roared to life, signaling the start of another routine flight. The sound was both comforting and exhilarating, a reminder of the power and precision of modern aviation. The passengers felt a slight vibration as the engines powered up, a signal that their journey was about to begin. Flight 38 taxied to the runway, ready to soar into the sky for a 10-hour journey across continents. The pilots communicated with air traffic control, receiving clearance for takeoff. The anticipation built as the aircraft moved steadily towards the runway, the final moments before takeoff filled with a mix of excitement and routine. The passengers, lost in their thoughts, books and conversations, had no way of knowing that this ordinary flight was about to become anything but ordinary. Some looked out the window, watching the airport fade into the distance, while others closed their eyes, ready to rest during the long flight. Little did they know, their journey would soon take an unexpected turn, one that would test the skills of the crew and the resilience of everyone on board. The Boeing 777, a marvel of modern engineering, stands as a testament to the advancements in aviation technology. This aircraft, often referred to as the Boeing 777, has been a cornerstone in the fleet of many airlines around the world. Known for its long-haul capabilities, the Boeing 777 has earned a reputation for its reliability and impressive safety record. It has been the backbone of many international routes, connecting continents and bringing people closer together. This particular aircraft, registered as GYMM, was no exception. It had flown countless miles, carrying passengers safely to their destinations. The registration number GYMEM became synonymous with trust and dependability in the aviation community. Equipped with twin Rolls-Royce engines, the Boeing 777 was capable of carrying hundreds of passengers over vast distances with remarkable efficiency. These engines were not only powerful, but also designed to be fuel efficient, making the aircraft an economical choice for airlines. The advanced avionics and safety features of the Boeing 777 were a testament to the strides made in aviation technology. The cockpit was equipped with state-of-the-art instruments, allowing pilots to navigate with precision and confidence, even in challenging conditions. At the helm of this particular flight was Captain Peter Burkill, a seasoned pilot with over 20,000 hours of flying experience. His extensive knowledge and expertise made him a respected figure among his peers and a reassuring presence for passengers. Captain Burkill's calm demeanor and decisive nature inspired confidence in those around him. He was known for his ability to remain composed under pressure, a crucial trait for any pilot. First Officer John Coward, equally experienced, brought his own set of skills to the cockpit. With thousands of hours of flight time, he was a valuable asset to the team. Together with Captain Burkill, they formed a formidable duo ready to tackle any situation that might arise. Completing the crew was Senior First Officer David Hayhoe, who was observing the flight from the jump seat. His role was crucial, providing an additional layer of oversight and support. With his experience and keen eye, he was an integral part of the team. Together, Captain Burkill, First Officer Coward, and Senior First Officer Hayhoe formed a cohesive unit. Their combined experience and skills made them a team ready to handle any challenges that might arise during the flight. They communicated seamlessly, ensuring that every aspect of the flight was meticulously managed. Little did they know that their skills and experience would be put to the ultimate test. The flight ahead would challenge their abilities and push them to their limits, but their training and teamwork would prove to be invaluable in navigating the unforeseen circumstances that lay ahead. As Flight 38 soared high above the clouds, the journey progressed smoothly. Passengers enjoyed in-flight entertainment, meals were served, and the cabin crew saw to the needs of those on board. The hum of the engines and the gentle rocking of the aircraft lulled some into a sense of normalcy. The flight crew, in constant communication with air traffic control, monitored the aircraft's systems, ensuring a smooth and comfortable journey. Unbeknownst to everyone on board, a silent threat was developing within the fuel system. Unusually cold temperatures at high altitude, a phenomenon not fully understood at the time, caused ice crystals to form in the fuel lines. These ice crystals, small and seemingly insignificant, would soon have a catastrophic impact on the aircraft's engines. The stage was set for a drama that would test the limits of human skill and courage. Section 4. Heathrow in sight. When routine turned into terror. After hours of uneventful flight, the bright lights of London shimmered below, marking the final leg of the journey. The crew began their descent towards Heathrow Airport, following the instructions from air traffic control. Passengers stirred from their slumber, anticipating the end of their journey. The familiar routine of landing procedures commenced, but the calm was about to be shattered. As the aircraft descended through 2,000 feet, the unthinkable happened. Both engines, starved of fuel by the ice blockage, lost power. The once familiar roar of the engines was replaced by an eerie silence, punctuated by warning alarms blaring in the cockpit. The Boeing 777, now a 300-ton glider, was losing altitude rapidly. Captain Burkill's calm voice cut through the rising tension. "This is an emergency! Brace, brace!" Section 5. The miracle landing skill and steel against all odds. In the cockpit, a wave of adrenaline washed over the crew. The atmosphere was thick with tension, every second stretching into an eternity. The pilots knew that their training and experience would be put to the ultimate test in the next few moments. Years of rigorous training and countless hours in simulators had prepared them for emergencies, but nothing could fully replicate the real-life stakes they faced now. Every drill, every scenario they had practiced was now coming into play. Captain Burkill took control, his voice steady as he fought to keep the crippled aircraft airborne. His hands moved with precision, each action deliberate and calculated. He knew that any mistake could be catastrophic. First Officer Coward, following emergency procedures, desperately tried to restart the engines. His fingers flew over the controls, his mind racing through the checklist of procedures. The engines sputtered but refused to roar back to life. Meanwhile, Senior First Officer Hayhoe communicated with air traffic control, relaying their dire situation. His voice was calm but urgent, conveying the gravity of their predicament. The control tower responded with instructions and support, but ultimately the fate of the aircraft rested in the hands of the crew. With the runway rapidly approaching, Captain Burkill made a split-second decision. He would attempt to land the aircraft, even though it was not designed to glide. The decision was fraught with risk, but it was their best chance of survival. He would attempt to land the aircraft, even though it was not designed to glide. The aircraft, heavy and unresponsive, seemed to defy his efforts. But Captain Burkill's skill and determination were unwavering. With incredible skill, he maneuvered the plane, avoiding buildings and obstacles. The cityscape below was a blur, and every second brought new challenges. The crew's coordination was seamless, each member playing a crucial role in the unfolding drama. His eyes fixed on the sliver of tarmac that represented their only chance of survival. The runway loomed closer, a narrow strip of hope amidst the chaos. Captain Burkill's focus was absolute, his mind blocking out everything but the task at hand. And the aircraft, its wings at an unusual angle, clipped the ground just short of the runway. The impact was jarring, the plane shuddering violently as it made contact. The passengers, already on edge, were thrown about in their seats, the impact shaking the passengers violently. Screams and gasps filled the cabin, but the crew remained focused. They had trained for this, and their training was now a lifeline for everyone on board. But it was a controlled crash landing, a testament to the extraordinary skill and courage of the flight crew. As the aircraft came to a halt, the crew quickly moved to ensure the safety of the passengers. Their actions in those critical moments turned a potential disaster into a story of heroism and resilience.